Hello, Kurumjiri, and welcome to SKTV News. You are watching Primetime English News with me, JESSY. Now, as usual, giving you the headlines first. Security foil an attempt by group of IDPs taking refuge at the Laithabi and nearby villages to enter to their original villages located in sensitive fringe areas. MLA Tokjong Lokeshore asserts authority must bear responsibility if displaced persons are harmed while attempting to enter their original village at the Laithabi and nearby villages. MP Bimola Kojam opposes President's rule extension instead of forming government despite BJP majority, demands election to form popular government. Sudden forceful flow of water from Kopum Dam in Nona district since wee hours triggers flood across Kopum Valley. And IAS officer Punit Kumar Goyal appointed as new Chief Secretary of Manipur, Prasant Kumar Singh to take charge as Secretary of National Commission for Scheduled Tribes. Now the news in detail. Security forces today foiled the attempt of a group of IDPs who are taking refuge at Sajiwari Relief Camp to enter their original villages at the Laithabi, Iko and Yenkuman, which lies in sensitive fringe areas. The incident occurred at Pukal the Laithabi area in Imphal East when the IDPs gathered together near Pukal Terapur and attempted to march towards the Laithabi, Iko and Yenkuman at around 9 a.m. However, large numbers of security forces deployed at the area stopped them from proceeding further at Pukal the Laithabi on the ground that the villages which the IDPs were trying to move in are still sensitive. That resulted in a brief exchange of words between the two sides. The situation was brought under control after officials from district administration arrived at the scene and pacified the IDPs. Speaking to reporters, some IDPs decried that the government denied their access to their original villages, although it provided some amounts from the reconstruction of their houses. They further denounced the acts of the security forces, stating that it curtails the IDPs' rights to hold peaceful sit-in protest for airing their grievances. Meanwhile, some IDPs managed to enter the Laithabi village and took stock of their residences. An IDP emotionally informed that the premises of the IDP's houses were covered with thick grass and unwanted plants. She went on to urge the district administration to take up appropriate measure for allowing the IDPs to return to their original homes.
Koi moi the irang hoge haiba satpanate akoi di khali akoi gi iramdam nungsi baje yengjaraga akoi yadaba ama haiba to khanghanaba akoi na sum lai base wabani na akoi ji icam chamno si darna phamjage hadana akoi laksabani akoi si yumda sangba yani haiba gi matam je pira ga sum laitho pa changhandabani na akoi je karama matam da changhanba yaga doino sum thausadraga di hadana
akoi isai yumda changjarage akoi chadarage akoi pakhan khalaju kaidoraju akoi isai yumdo maduda akoi laijage adune Anirkshire Nam Kitam the Joki Changendare, Gachijomo, Sabayam Tatano Changendare, who is high yum do Loy Jaco Loigre, who Adum Yaudraga Joki Malatuda, Happy Tango Yang Jaraga, Queen Magata Darana Pamjagi Habita, Mayam Dino Changendari, Changan Bayadro, Namna Lisalaga Pama, Minimagata Darana Pamuneva, Pamdana, the Hallo, Evacuation.
Meanwhile, district administration reportedly gave assurance to villagers of the Laithabi to facilitate for their resettlement within 2 months. Speaking in this regard, a villager of the Laithabi expressed dissatisfaction on the delay by government in resettling the villagers to their original homes. He also warns to take out agitations if authorities failed to deliver to their promise within 2 months.
Koi ujik galai thai biji changhalani harga sungjang changhan daba adugi akoi ujik turi lala changge kai gumba moina changhan bagi ayab je pidribo koi ngasi sungtok tho roi adum sida chagira tungira sigira adum sirani aduna si madam na ju kogi changba yabage ayaba order adu pibi ngasi mak changdraga ju hayeng mak changdraga ju hangchit oigira thamo oigira koi changbage ayaba do hek piba matam da koi thokchagani natraga da koi punna siminagani natraga da koi punna siminagani.
Kundrakpam constituency MLA Thokjom Lokeshwar asked the government to bear responsibility if the displaced persons are harmed while attempting to enter to their original villages. Addressing a press meet held today at the residence of Lok Sabha MP Dr. Angom Jabimola Koijam, located at Kaisamthong Toplayak, the Congress MLA questioned why the government has made false promise to allow the IDPs to return to their original villages from the month of July and played with their sentiments. He further added that the IDPs were only trying to see their original villages in response to the government's announcement reported in media in the past. Lokeshwar then cautioned that Manipur Governor, Chief Secretary and top officials of Imphal East District Administration should be held accountable in case any untoward incident happened towards the IDPs.
Hauji hoji dolai thabida tauriba protest July thadagi hongjalangane haibudagi press yaropodagi moi authority sasarureba Chapaganda, July Taring Amora Harab Zanaba. Adu di Karigamata, Sanari no Habidam, Adu di Shirin Sang Havana, Mapam Sangan and a Chang Lareva. Adonaina, see through the hygiene is all security forces. Na Kaidung the show, Hariba, IDP Sangariba, Hongyang Duda. So upon Amata Yondegano, Democratic Sangmani, Adu Iran Karang have a Samate, so upon Yaro Madu, all the responsibility in Faleski, SP, Amusum, Madula Central Forces died to Ugatawani. Maruena Chief Secretary ga Honorable Governor Matu Dai to Pibu. Madam di Moina July July Haying Nangare, Asi Taikaraga, Taruneva. Adona, IDP, one Kama Labanga Makrabanina Sangri, my is it the Sando, Aduga Madu to win a Patana, understanding what you guys have I should sang and other sang have Hine Viraga or Hotela Viraga, Mother Ashokan Nagan Biganu, hide and I see two Dina, thank you.
Lok Sabha MP Dr. Angom Jabimola Koijam has asserted to stand against further extension of President's rule in Manipur despite having adequate BJP MLAs for formation of government. The MP further maintained that it is better to call for a new election if the current legislators are unable to form a popular government that represents the interests of people. Commenting on the upcoming monsoon session of Parliament, which starts from July 21, MP Bimola Koijam informed that preparations have been completed to raise 4 issues in the upcoming Parliament session, which include the question on how internally displaced persons will be allowed for resettlement at their homes with dignity by December, as announced by Chief Secretary. The MP will also raise a question on the ambiguity surrounding the buffer zone policy and misgovernance. While expressing doubt on a plan of state administration to shut down relief camps by December 2025, MP Bimola Koijam maintained that the plan lacks clarity, especially for those IDPs from More and Churachandpur. The MP asked how many prefabricated houses will be constructed to accommodate IDPs who cannot immediately return to their homes. He added that government has a moral and constitutional responsibility to ensure safe and dignified resettlement of all IDPs. Speaking about the issue concerning buffer zone, Dr. Bimola Koijam reiterated that while the government claims there is no such demarcation, the reality is far different. He added that free movement is still restricted, and this is a clear violation of Article 15 and indicates a de facto communal division in the name of maintaining peace. Speaking further, the MP also criticized government's failure, which he witnessed during Disha meetings, and assured to bring these lapses to Parliament's attention. The MP also invited suggestions from people of the state on issues they feel need urgent attention at the national level.
Fundamentally, the president rule extend to Mahutta, Nangi popular government, I'm a same the Luri, but the Kadobogi Simangam Dinosi, majority Yao. Nakoina Miangi Mende about the Nuina Kadobogi, Sarkar Simangam Dino. President rule, I say alien, nothing of that way that they move bureaucrat the run of Matamsida Isagi, the Mitumi Kanga bureaucrat, Manipur Cadre officer Natal. Manipur the Miang of President Ruta, even President Rugi Matam, the legate of a bureaucrat administrative key positions in there. I call this another me to it's very unfortunate. Now I give me Mapangi Lam the run or my type to Tawlere. Karigumba publicly mandate says Sumana with the pig and say Nakunam the Rasmani Elin Runa President Ruchum Tauru popular government a fine when the same among Dragati resolve. Let's have a fresh mandate.
Incessant rain in the past few days have resulted to flash flood in Kopum Valley since yesterday night, destroying vast stretches of land and infrastructure in the valley, which is located under None district. The destruction was witnessed at low-lying area just below the Kopum Dam, which is overflowing with huge amount of floodwater. The flash flood has caused destructions to houses and properties as people had little time to take out their belongings. The flood has also caused major damages to paddy fields where crops have been sowed recently, creating huge dent to local farmers on the prospect of a good harvest this season. Streets and important infrastructure have also been inundated by the floodwater. Meanwhile, a team of police have issued warning to locals to be cautious and vigilant after inspecting the condition of the Kopum Dam, as further rain could trigger more inundation and other disaster in the valley. As state administration prepares to resettle IDPs from relief camps under 3 phases, the center has appointed 1991 batch IAS officer Punit Kumar Goel as the new Chief Secretary of Manipur, replacing Prasant Kumar Singh, who has been subsequently appointed as the Secretary of the National Commission for Scheduled Tribes. In an order issued by Personnel and Training Department, it is mentioned that Union Cabinet's Appointments Committee approved its proposal for inter-cadre deputation on the curtailment of center tenure for Punit Kumar Goel, who had earlier served as Goa's Chief Secretary and Commissioner of South Delhi Municipal Corporation. The total active cases of COVID-19 in the state stands at 19, as 3 more individuals were discharged in the past 24 hours. On the other hand, 15 samples were tested today in Imphal West, Imphal East, Taubal, Bishnupur and Gokching today, and none of these samples came out positive for COVID-19. Transport Department of Manipur has entered into tripartite agreement with Ministry of Road Transport and Highways and International Center for Automotive Technology for establishment of state-of-the-art inspection and certification INC Center at Teramakong Village number 76, Telo under Lamlai Assembly Constituency in Imphal East. Transport Director Kumantem Daina informed that the project has received a total budget sanction of 14.25 crore rupees from the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. The center will have 2 testing lanes, one for heavy motor vehicles HMVs and another for light motor vehicles LMVs. The facility will be equipped with modern automated systems to test brake efficiency, emission levels, headlight alignment, suspension performance and chassis condition, among other safety parameters. As per the Government of India notification GSR 663 Clause E dated 12th September 2023, fitness testing for all commercial and light motor vehicles must be done through automated testing stations ATS. However, in the absence of such a station in Manipur, fitness certificates are currently being issued manually by district transport officers, DTOs, as a temporary measure. Once operational, INC Center will cater to both public and private vehicles. Transport Director stated that the project is expected to help reduce road accidents, improve air quality, and bring fairness and transparency to the vehicle testing process. Director of Census Operations, Manipur, T.H. Chitra, called on Manipur Governor Ajay Kumar Bhalla at Raj Bhavan today. The director briefed Governor about the update on the preparations and activities undertaken by the department for the upcoming Census 2027, scheduled to commence in April 2026. She also highlighted the administrative and managerial challenges faced by the directorate and sought the government's support. And on the other hand, Governor Ajay Kumar Bhalla also assured his support to address these issues to ensure smooth conduct of census operation in the state. As part of its continued drive against encroachments on public spaces, District Administration Imphal West today removed several structures and items that were constructed and placed on the footpaths along National Highway stretch from Yeskul Moyangkom to Singjamay Parking. During the eviction drive led by ADM Imphal West, over 85 owners of shops and business establishments were fined for illegal encroachments besides clearing several structures using an excavator. It may be mentioned that District Administration Imphal West initiated the eviction drive along the Didem Road section from Kashampad to Malom following the issuance of a related order by DC Imphal West Mayang Lambam Raj Kumar on July 4. Number 1 Manipur Air Squadron NCC located inside DM College campus gets a microlight virus SW-80 aircraft simulator today. Speaking in the inauguration program, Group Commander NCC Manipur Brigadier Vikrant Kulkarni said there are about 7,000 NCC cadets in Manipur and 2 battalions of NCC and 1 Air Force unit have been set up in Manipur. He added that new virus SW-80 aircraft simulator will provide immense assistance to NCC cadets in getting flying and ground training. And for real-life training, 2 aircrafts have been provided to cadets at Imphal Airport. Imphal West DC Education Secretary, Director of Education, Imphal West SP, Director of Imphal Airport, Group Commander of Headquarter NCC Imphal, Officer of Headquarter NCC Group attended the inauguration program.
The inauguration of aircraft simulator at Air Force unit. We have presently 2 aircrafts in Imphal Airport. Before the cadets are given opportunity to fly with an aircraft at Imphal Airport, we need to train cadets better with help of the simulator. With help of simulator, we expect the standard of overall flying of NCC cadet will be better than earlier. So this aircraft simulator will transform the overall flying training in the state of Manipur. And we are honored that the Education Secretary of Manipur is inaugurating the simulator.
Well, we have more news coming up, but before that, let's take a short break. We'll be right back.
Sri Sri Gaurachandra Nam Purvasramda Aikhoi Khwaibu Konbirambi Moirang Themningol Ningthogjam Ongbi Sudhamai Devina Mahakki Nungsijaraba Imung Manung Sagainatai Marup Mapang Khwai Pumnamappu Thadoklamlaga Haukiba Tang 13 Tha 8 Lisingani Kunmanga Ingen Tara Tarukni Panba Irai Numita Sri Gurugi Kripadagi Ves Olaga Sri Chaitanya Sanatan Dasi Haiba Nam Pangjaduna Vrindavan Prapti Oikre Lakliba Tang 13 Tha 8 Lisingani Kunmanga Ingen Kunmathoi Panba Yumsa Kishanumita Asti Sanchoy Lakhacharaga Tang Kunmari Tha 8 Lisingani Kunmanga Ingen Kuntrani Panba Sagol Senumita Sira Usabdin Thokle Numit Ashida Laikidrabigi Atma Santigidamak Ngamjaba Bastu Kharadang Sri Sri Gaurachandra Mahaprabhugi Agrahada Hari Sankritan Galoinina Kachagadori Ufalashashida Brahman Vaisnav Ahalaman Marubapangmadi Iseshal Khwai Kibigna Matam Sana Lengbirektuna Harinam Shravan Taubiranaba Patrana Nimantran Kachari Hajiriba Singh Hauroksam Anil Mayanupa Ningthogjam Sobharani Masanupi Ningthogjam Ningol Indubala Devi Masanupi Ningthogjam Ningol Bedavati Devi Masanupi Ningthogjam Ningol Sarda Devi Masanupi Ningthogjam Ningol Saroja Devi Masanupi Ningthogjam Ningol Babita Devi Masanupi Hauroksam Yaiphabi Masunupi Hauroksam Panthoi Masunupi Hauroksam Heron Masunupa Thauram Pareng Ayuk Pung Mapan Vek Katpa Nungtil Pung Baro Makai Sankritan Hauba Mafam Kaisamthong Thangjam Leirak Panthoi Bisanglen Manak
Hadak Lakaturiba July ki tang 19 sta Thawal District Chamber of Commerce and Industries na sindana Netfi amasung Shiroi ki collaboration galwena pangthokadoriba anirak suba business summit ase tasengnamak Manipur gumba summit londa khachitang chawkhatpada thingda horaba lamdam sigi oinadi yamna achauba inot ama piba ngamgataba business summit ne hena thamjage ngasi malemda chawkhale hariba lamdam laiba region state ama hektang yenga matamda chawkhaliba se entrepreneurs startup industrialists mayam singsigi achauba contribution amana ohenbani hena thamjage
Chahi nifu hena babina haiba maming asina anala yengi lamda thazaba quality leiba amadi cheksin na honabagi kudam oiduna lakli
diagnostic tagi horaga multi speciality hospital amadi cancer care faubada babina na mangzil thaduna lakli
haujiga muk makhata na chengsilaktuna mayamgi mafam da khudol tamjari babina institute of nursing Manipur nursing council nasu recognize tawraba
matam ga chunarba classroom advanced lab sing leijeri
babina multi speciality hospital amadi AOI babina specialty hospital da clinical training fangbiu
expert faculty nupa amasung nupi gi tokhaiba hostel sel yamna changdana
babina hospital amadi khongbu oiba institute sing da thabak tawbagi khudong jaba supizari
hauzik admission hojare suknatagi sit nipu khaktani ahan balakpada kudung saba pijagani
babina institute of nursing nurturing care inspiring growth
Sajiwa Zel Road Khabai Soi Imphal East.
Welcome back. You're watching SKTV Primetime English News. Now moving on. Foothills Naga Coordination Committee (FNCC) has announced indefinite road blockade and general strike in Naga inhabited foothill areas of Manipur starting from midnight of July 18. The agitation is being launched in protest against continued presence of illegal immigrants and Kuki refugees in Naga ancestral lands. In a statement issued, FNCC Secretary said that the decision was taken following growing concerns over territorial encroachment and cultural infringement in traditional Naga areas. According to FNCC, Kuki refugees have allegedly renamed parts of Naga IVR as German Road and Tiger Road without the consent of the local populace. The committee denounced this act as mischievous and baseless, asserting that such moves are culturally and historically unfounded. The committee further accused Kuki refugees of systematic and continuous encroachment upon Naga ancestral lands, calling it a direct threat to the territorial integrity and traditional land rights of the Naga people. FNCC also demanded immediate dismantling of Sioux camps belonging to Kuki militant groups located near Naga inhabited areas. The committee expressed concerns that the proximity of these camps has heightened insecurity and tensions in the region. The committee appealed to all Naga citizens to extend full support to the agitation, describing the blockade and general strike as a peaceful yet firm protest. Proscribed People's Revolutionary Party of Kangleipak, Pripak, and its armed wing, Red Army, have condoled the demise of Chairman, Lower Council of United Liberation Front of Assam Independent, Lieutenant General Nayan Ahom and Brigadier Ganesh Ahom, who died during a drone attack that was allegedly carried out by Indian forces at 4 camps located inside Myanmar on July 13. While condemning the attack in a press note issued by Publicity Officer of Department of Publicity and Propaganda, Mangal Kuman, Pripak expressed solidarity to the struggle of ULFA during this tough time. The release added that the attack was carried out using around 150 drones and fighter jets manufactured by Israel and France at 4 camps located from Langwa in Myanmar near Nagaland to Pangsu Pass in Arunachal Pradesh. Pripak also termed that the attack showed that India considers the people of VC as its enemy, while also asserting that it is time to make India realize that citizens of VC can never be annihilated through such attacks. Meitei Pangal Council Manipur MPCM has demanded stern action against the police personnel who allegedly assaulted on a Tata driver, handyman and staff of a scrap dealer. Addressing a press meet held today at Manipur Press Club, Imphal, MPCM President Haji Arafat asserted that a VDF personnel identified as one MD Bablu allegedly detained a truck loaded with scrapped materials that belonged to Hafiz Mateen and Son Scrapped Material Industry on July 1 at Lengampokpi Police Outpost in Jiribam District. He further stated that the VDF personnel made a phone call to the owner of the scrapped dealer and demanded a sum of 5 lakh rupees to release the truck. Continuing that, the owner gave a sum of 1 lakh rupees to the VDF personnel to release the truck. The MPCM decried that the VDF personnel assaulted the driver, handyman and the staff of Hafiz Mateen and Son Scrapped Material Industry besides taking scrapped items of around 1,000 kgs. While condemning the incident, Haji Arafat urged the government to take action against the erring VDF and police personnel. He also said that a report had been submitted to DGP on July 9 in this regard.
Hafiz Mateen and Son Scrap Material Industry thagi scrap material asi port asi mapanda thakinaba scrap material si load kalon na thakibani jiri yaudringagi outpost oiba lengang pokpi police personnel BDF kharaga tunaraga maraksida koi detain tawbire asena makoi ahum si punchalaga thubi chaibiraga aduga next day tang ani dawaram da thadopiri masida lupa lakh manga gi senpham amasu demand tawki scrap mapu owner oiba hafisida Hafiz asina lupa lakh amadi piki dugumba unlawful oiba dugumba illegal oiba material amata yaude scrap si magi pot si ju manghan bikre scrap si clear transparency oina chachariba tawjariba sigumba business asida yamna ka hen engsalaga thingjanba natragana sugumba harassment piba targadi mapusi kari tawrag hingani scrap si tawbi ade hairagana masi register si cancel tawbiro aduga kakhat biro Manipur da leriba all scrap singse kakhat biraga makhosi sufam nofam lai traba myo singse kari tawdage haisi leiba ngakna India government amadi state government kari no haiba moi su sinpamam sinabio natragadi lambi lamkhong da sumaina atat akong da check tawraga station amada hekta yam kan harassment tawraga paisa chauba sinpam lobi ba aduga phubu su chaida pochu manghan biba sena masi akoi condemn tawe.
Political Affairs Committee of NPP Moirang Bloc has extended its support to MP Bimolo Koijam for his recent visits to relief camps across the valley, particularly at Moirang. A press meet was held at the MLA office at Moirang Film Laikai, where party leaders urged the public to acknowledge the developmental works initiated by the previous government at Moirang. Moirang MLA Muhammad Anwar Ali addressed the media, clarifying issues raised by the MP regarding drinking water crisis in Kwakta. MLA Anwar Ali stated that the people of Kwakta had long ago filed PIL in the High Court over lack of drinking water, but the department concerned has yet to respond. He further informed that Moirang MLA Thongam Shanti, in coordination with the concerned department, is working to complete the water supply scheme, under NDB at Kwakta Municipal Council, Ward Number 8. The project remains on hold as it falls within the security buffer zone. MLA Anwar appealed to the MP not to let the public misinterpret MLA Shanti's role in the matter. An advisor of Political Affairs Committee, MPP Moirang Bloc S. Kumar, thanked MP Bimolo Koijam for inspecting Moirang Multipurpose Higher Secondary School and exposing the poor condition of classrooms constructed under school Pagathansi mission. He noted that repeated complaints have been made by the public and the MLA regarding the issue, and Kumar also appreciated the MP for inspecting several incomplete and failed projects of the previous government and highlighting them through media platforms.
Honorable MP na Moirang Multipurpose Higher Secondary School gi oiriba building gi phibam amasung sargi structure sing ase public leader kanagi karma matamda sakibano haiba dusu aikoina khangjani MP na Moirang da tu na lapiduna lairiba government gi scheme sing yengchen biba ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯏꯔꯣꯏꯅꯅ ꯀꯅꯥꯅ ꯀꯔꯝꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯀꯅꯥꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯤꯕ ꯁ꯭ꯀꯤꯝꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯁꯥꯈꯤꯕꯅꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯑꯁꯣꯏꯕꯅ ꯀꯔꯤꯅꯣ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯑꯔꯥꯟꯕꯅ ꯀꯔꯤꯅꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯅꯆꯤꯡꯕꯗꯣ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯀꯨꯞꯅ ꯊꯤꯖꯤꯜꯍꯟꯅꯤꯡꯉꯤ.
Vice Chancellor of Dhanamandri University, Professor W. John Babu, has expressed concern on the chances of Loktak Lake sustaining for another 50 years as the condition of the water body becomes unhealthy with disposition of sewage, debris and other pollutants. Professor W. John Babu was speaking during one-day scientific discussion on the topic Reviving Loktak, a discourse on conservation and sustainable management of Loktak Lake, which was held at PG block of DM University today. Speaking further, Professor John Babu stressed that the discussion was organized with the aim to conserve the unique Ramsar site in northeast India. While calling for concerted efforts from people, CSOs and policymakers for saving the Loktak Lake, Professor John Babu highlighted the importance of appropriate policy and strategy to revive this important lake in Manipur. Experts from various universities and institutions gave their inputs as part of the discourse on conservation and sustainable management of Loktak Lake.
Environmentally, ecologically, Loktak si pura pollute tawdana laisalakba. Sigi pollute tawbagi changsi next another 50 years power sathadana lairagadi Loktak si laigadra amasung lairoidra haibasimak maybe a big question in our mind. Aduna hairiba sigimba issues mayam si yengorakanda why not Dhanamandri University take a lead for a discussion on this particular aspect, basically a scientific and academic discussion. Adugi makha tarakpada aikoina society da lairiba policy makers, society da lairiba civil society organizations, society da hingiba citizen punamakna kari karamba mawongda akoigi Loktak si revive tawnaba Loktak ki ecosystem se maintain tawnaba Loktak si aikoigi tana thana yadraba Manipuri society ki amasung northeastern region ki khwaidagi hena maruoiba mafam ama ohendabagi damukta kari kaidoba yagadagi haibagi policy program adugi implementation ki strategies mayam ka form tawminarnabagi aikoigi ahanba saihau step ni haiba tare masi.
United People's Front UPF Manipur under the aegis of Fisheries Department organized a day-long awareness program on fisheries at Kaisamthong Lashom Lerak today. FI Inspector Imphal East B. Haruk Khan spoke on topics such as Bioflock, PMMSY scheme, KCC lawn and Bioflock, PMMSY scheme, KCC lawn construction of new pond and rearing. The awareness focused on creating means of livelihood through fisheries and to achieve self-sufficiency in fish production. Dean of School of Agricultural Science, Manipur University, Professor N. Damayanti has emphasized the growing need for developing adequate irrigation facilities to adopt multiple cropping in the state. She was speaking on the sideline of First National Conference on role of techno-science and social science in transforming development goals at the auditorium of Manipur University, Kanchipur, Imphal. The three-day national seminar was jointly organized by Manipur University in collaboration with Manipur Science and Technology Council and Pan-India Manipur Meitei Scientists and Academicians Association. Speaking further, Professor Damayanti highlighted the urgent need for fostering the agricultural sector in the state by paving ways to grow vegetables and other off-season crops after growing rice in paddy fields. She added that agricultural sector forms the backbone of state's economy amid acute shortage of industrial setups. During the function, cash prize of 10,000 rupees, certificate and memento have been presented to the meritorious students of class 10 and 12 who are taking refuge in relief camps. 500 rupees and certificates were also presented to other 40 students.
Gauraiba ngang sidayda makoyda wakan sondaba ledana adumba tawdanaba dagi marwena family person singdasu wakan sondaba dulaitanaba angang sigi future career da ungning thoga boina akoy foundation day taw matamda mamangi su pangthok sagi ado siga mari lainana akoy angang case award piba adudas natana any makoina darkar lerakpa matamda further study tawba matamda akoi leiri haibagi apunbagi saktam ama akoi je tawba darkar leirabra akoi intellectual circle singsina support taraktaragadi yaroi haibasida ida akoi pinsa kemga kharab matungda akoi je handaki annual conference di roina angang singje karam maina motivate tawgadagi makogi karam maina sensitize tawgadagi maroina akoi sensitization program amane na lawi adu my future career dasu.
6 student organizations, including MSF, DESAM, KSA, SUK, and AIMS, took out a slogan campaign in front of Jiri College Gate demanding a fully functional diet center in Jiribam district. During the campaign, members of students' organizations held placards that read, "Diet for Jiribam, a fundamental right, and education is a key. Unlock Jiribam's potential with diet." Speaking on the sideline, President of KSA, Keso Morjid, informed that a memorandum was submitted to Manipur Governor, Chief Secretary, Education Director, and relevant departments demanding a full-fledged diet center for Jiribam district on July 10, while also serving 5-day ultimatum. However, the demand of the student bodies have not been heard, and it has compelled them to take out the slogan campaign. Speaking further, Somojid also warned to intensify the agitation if government fails to address their demand for a diet center in Jiribam district.
Jiribam ki Deputy Commissioner ki khutangda Governor, Chief Secretary, Director amadi tongan ba mari linaba singda memorandum ama thaduna Jiribam da diet center ama athuba matamda thambiu amadi chaliba session asidagi hogdokpiu haiba memorandum ama thamjagi haiba memorandum adu numin mangani phobogi manungda thabakta onthok piraktaba taragadi makha taba khongjang chathal jaragani haibagi matungina ngasi asi tarukni suba numit asida Jiribam gi amatanga ba Jiri College ki gate ta mahairoi singa puna slogan campaign ama chathajabani makha tanasu asidagi henna akan makhongjang jangchan nabagi damakta mahairoi lup tarukna sem saduna lairi.
Memorandum for inclusion, restoration of Meitei community in the list of the scheduled tribes of Manipur on July 19. In a press release, MMTU informed that the book, produced by its research and documentation cell under the guidance of its chairman and former acting Vice Chancellor Professor Y. Yugindro, will be released at DIPR Auditorium, Kashampat on the day. It further maintained that the book explores the historical documents, including those in the British era, resolutions of Darbar, and several other archives that corroborate that Meitei deserves to be enlisted in the scheduled tribe list of the Indian Constitution. The press release went on to state that the book highlights the historical accounts of the influx of illegal immigrants in the state, besides suggesting ideas for peaceful coexistence among the indigenous communities by protecting their cultures and thriving towards socio-economy and political consciousness of an egalitarian society. One-day combined district-level training program on challenges faced by Jumia cultivators and possible remedies was held today at the multipurpose hall, Longmai Part 3, Nona District Headquarters. The event was jointly organized by Barak River Valley Development Board, BRVDV, Manipur, in collaboration with District Horticulture and Soil Conservation Officers of None and Tamenglong. The program aimed to create awareness among farmers about sustainable agricultural practices and government support schemes. Commissioner of Horticulture and Soil Conservation, Taitung Lung Pamay, and Additional Deputy Commissioner of None District, Steve Kapidang, among others, attended the event. Speakers explained in detail on management of common pests, insects and diseases affecting horticultural crops to over 200 farmers from None and Tamenglong districts during the event. One-day Convergence Mela was jointly organized by Manipur State Rural Livelihood Mission MSRLM, Hiang Thang CD Block, and Malom Gram Panchayat at Malom Ibudho Pakhangba Community Hall, with the objective of making various government services easily accessible to the people in the area. Representatives of 21 government departments offered on-the-spot services such as health card registration, ration card distribution, and Aadhaar enrollment. Infal West Jila Parisad Chairperson Laisham Bobi Imphal West Additional Deputy Commissioner Kasham Jadumani, Hyangthang City Block BDO Skindia Laipubam, Malom Gram Panchayat Chairperson Laisham Johnson, MSRLM State Mission Manager Binota Loitongbam, Imphal West MSRLM DMM Nongmaitem Prabina, Imphal West SISD District Coordinator Toktom Sima, Hyangthang Block Mission Manager Hijam Surbala and Hyangthang Block Cluster Coordinator Yendrembam Menaka attended the event. Addressing the gathering, Laisham Bobi stated that the purpose of the Convergence Mela was to facilitate rural development by providing multiple welfare services in one location. She added that such initiatives save time and effort for villagers who would otherwise have to visit different government offices to avail these benefits.
West Rapajai Kutamapale, Hyper Kutamapa the Shep, the President Velasquez, Tomana, and not an Allegata, the President Villa Maka doing for me. I reckon President Velasquez, Timothy, your Haikata, a quickie, the Jeriba, my fencing, Umbrella, Umpasi, Separated with Java Kandava. So he may go to the time of the department, etc. If I'm a genetic, they have a look to Mopayam, if I met the factory, the sister, Solhan.
Now the weather report. According to ICAR Regional Center Lamphel its maximum temperature was recorded at 29.5 degrees Celsius, while the minimum temperature was 23 degrees Celsius. The maximum relative humidity was measured to be 87% in the morning and 65% in the evening. Now before we end, let's take a quick look at the headlines once again. Security foiled an attempt by a group of IDPs taking refuge at the Laithabi and nearby villages to enter to their original villages located in sensitive fringe areas. MLA Tokchom Lokeshwar asserts authority must be a responsibility if displaced persons are harmed while attempting to enter their original village at the Laithabi and nearby villages. MPP Molokojam opposes President's rule extension instead of forming government despite BJP majority, demands election to form popular government. Sudden forceful flow of water from Kopum Dam in Nona district since wee hours triggers flood across Kopum Valley. And IAS officer Punit Kumar Goyal appointed as new Chief Secretary of Manipur, Prashant Kumar Singh to take charge as Secretary of National Commission for Scheduled Tribes. And that's all we have for now. Thank you for watching SKTV News and keep watching for more news updates.